Yeah, once again, welcome to the fucking Balking, where there is no sleep for the wicked. There may be a couple little dab naps, but there ain't no sleep. I'm your host, Sharpie's Bets, and this show is still sponsored by Prize Picks. So if you fucking haven't, go on over to Prize Picks. Use promo code PubSportsY. Your first match deposit up to $100. They gonna match deposit it. So do us a favor, do you a favor. Yeah, use that promo code. Smash the like the homie fucking underrated just said, and it's fucking hilarious, bro. I was just telling my producer about you talking to you like, man, I'm a fucking kid in the candy store getting to talk to somebody that I used to fucking bump back in high school and shit, bro. So California, baby. But yeah, guys, if you smoke weed and you listen to rap, you should probably go check out Underrated, guys. He's been around for over 2 fucking decades. He's huge in California because he stays by himself and hasn't signed with nobody. So he's been like that forever, guys. Go check him out. You're fucking wasting your time if you haven't, because, yeah, it's real shit. So let's get to it. Recap of yesterday. Ugh. All right, let's talk about yesterday. Zach Wheeler did Zach Wheeler things. Charlie Morton kicked me in my fucking balls. And Tyreek Skubal fucking, he Skubaled me. So he had 2 strikes in his first 12 fucking batters, bro, and only had a couple strikeouts. So life's a bitch, then you marry one. Should he have had 6? Yes, but should doesn't pay the fucking bills, guys, at the end of the fucking day. So here's what it is. Did I want to wake up today fucking in cap? No, the fuck I didn't. But once I got into my numbers and my shit, I went right back to it, guys, because they owe me some fucking money, and it's time to get it back. So shout out to the fucking chat. Let's get to it. And first game up, Braves and Phillies. Kyle Wright at Ranger Suarez. Kyle Wright is 8-4 with a 3.18 ERA in 14 games. 92 strikeouts in 85 innings. He's coming in off of back-to-back 10-plus hit games with 4 earned runs or more. He did play the Phillies on May 26, 6.2 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs with 5 strikeouts. Now running into the Phillies without Bryce Harper, this team is starting to fall off the fucking map, guys. They are walking 8.5% of the time, middle of the pack. They haven't been really striking out at only 21.4% of the time, but this is where they fall off. The 211 average, 611 OPS, that's 26, 27 OPS respectively with an ISO of 122. Well, last week Kyle Wright went up versus the Giants. Somebody hit me up if I was on Kyle Wright. I don't like to run guys who throw 40 to 50% fastballs versus the Giants. One thing that the Giants do, they hit a goddamn fastball. They've been one of the better fastball hitting teams over the last few years. And Kyle Wright throws 98 and throws a fastball. So he got. So the time before that is the issue with me, guys. He's now given up 10-plus hits in back-to-back games. If he was on and I can trust him, I would be on his K-prop here. It is at 6-plus at plus 117 at 5.5, and his fantasy scores at 32.5. I would be on both of them, except for the last 2 weeks he's shown me that he's not being trusted. I can't trust him. So if you do like Kyle Wright and want to play him, the numbers say he should be out there at least 6 innings. And if he's out there 6 innings, he should have at least a strikeout per inning. So don't hate it if you do. On the other side, we're talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Ranger Suarez, guys. We've been on him at times, and we usually don't play him. The spot has got to be right for us to play Ranger Suarez. Let's get into it. 6-4 with a 4.23 ERA in 14 games. Only 57 strikeouts in 74 innings. And I talked about it before. There's rules to playing Ranger fucking Suarez, guys. At the end of the day, 48% of the time he throws a sinker. A sinker is a ground ball pitch. The guy is looking to get a ground fucking ball. He only has fucking almost a half a strikeout per inning. But yet we've ran him a few times and we've cashed with him more often than not, guys. But the situation, like I said, has to fucking call for it. He's not looking for the strikeout. He is looking for the ground ball. He has a home ERA of 5 and a road of 3.61. He got destroyed versus the Braves on May 25th. 4.1 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs with 5 strikeouts. Last year versus the Braves was all out the bullpen, so we're not going to take too much into that. When we look at their numbers over the last time they played them to when they played now, these guys are still hitting the fucking ball. Like, at the end of the day, they're walking league average 15th. They're walking middle of the pack, striking out. top 7 average, top 5 OPS with a 291 average and an 884 OPS with a fucking absurd isolated power of 240. These guys are fucking crushing it right now, and there has been times we ran K-props with them. Rodon cash versus the Braves, Urias cash versus the Braves. Well, guess who's gotten destroyed versus them? Guys like Quintana, guys like Alex Wood, guys that are not fucking aces. Ranger Suarez is not a fucking ace, guys, and I think he's in for a long fucking day today. His K-prop is 5+ at -109, 4.5 off price picks, and his fantasy scores at 22.5. The one batter that I wanted to run, they ain't giving me on my book because they're being jackasses, but they'll run first inning is at a -105. Big difference of bullpens over the last 30 days. Braves pin is a second with a 2.81, where the Phillies are 19th with a 3.88. The batter that I wanted was Wilson Contreras. So if your book is offering you Wilson Contreras, take him over 1.5 hits. Over 1.5 total bases. For me, please and thank you. Why do I want him? Because he hits lefties and righties. Absurd. So the average sucks versus righties. I get that. It's 230 to a 308. But his slugging versus righties is at 500 and jumps up to a superior 641 versus lefties. And his OPS is 807 and jumps up to 1,050. Like, this guy destroys himself some left-handed pitching, and they're not offering that. And the one guy they are offering, which I will bet to, is Austin Riley, 2+ at +102. This guy, once again, his shit goes through the roof too versus lefties. This guy hits 4 in the lineup for the reason. He is swinging to hit the ball out the fucking park. So Austin Riley versus lefties is hitting 297 compared to a 237. His slugging is at a 635 compared to a 460. And his OPS is 1030 to a 756. I want Wilson Contreras because he's a little more even average with his OPS and slugging. He's got better numbers versus righties than Austin Riley. And you got to take in the fact that you probably will see a bullpen too. And we're going to pick on Ranger Suarez and that shitty-ass Phillies bullpen. So, yeah, got to get to it. Shout out to the fucking chat. 32 live, 21 likes. If you haven't smashed the fucking like, smash that fucking thing. So, yeah, let's do it. Next game on the docket. Let's get it. Red Sox at Blue Jays. Nick Pivetta versus Alek Manoah. Pavetta's 8-5 with a 3.25 ERA in 15 games. 9 of his last 10 games have been quality starts, with 3 of his last 4 going 7+ innings. He played the Jays on back-to-back, April 20th and April 26th. First game, he went 4 innings, 5 earned runs. Second game, he went 4.2 innings with 4 earned runs. They have his number. He had 4 walks in each game with 4 to 6 strikeouts. He has allowed 36 hits this year with allowing 29 walks. God damn. He played them 5 times last year. He gave up 4 earned runs or more in 4 out of 5 games. So this team has his number. This team is fucking, how are they hitting? They're fucking hitting, guys. What they're not doing is walking. They're walking 7.6% of the time, 19% of the time, and they're striking out way too much. 24.6% of the time, 7th in the league. 253 average, 764 OPS, and an ISO of 194. So that's top 10 average, top 10 OPS, and a guy that they hit well and that they see well. So his K-prop is at 5+ at -145. Are the numbers there? Yes, but I'm not running into the train that says he can be pulled out by the 4th inning. So K-prop, not for me, but don't hate it. He probably should get 5, but he's going to get destroyed while getting 5. Price picks at 4.5. And his fantasy scores at 29.5. I think that's way too fucking high for his fantasy score. No, thank you. He might have as much strikeouts as earned runs given. Alek Manoah, 9-2 with a 2.05 ERA in 14 games. 7 of his last 8 have been quality starts, and is definitely in the conversation for American League Cy Young. He pitched versus Boston April 28th. 7 innings, 3 hits, 0 earned runs with 7 strikeouts. 2 games last year, going 6 and 5 innings. 4 hits each games, allowing 1 and 2 earned runs respectively, with 4 to 5 strikeouts depending on the game. So he owns the Boston Red Sox, and this motherfucker's been a beast. So let's get to it. How are these Red Sox? They're crushing the fucking ball. Yeah. 9% walk percentage at 6th in the league. They're not striking out, 30th in the league over the last 15 days, 17.8%. 285 average, 2nd in the league with a 788 OPS, 3rd in the league. But the ISO is only a 146. So what does that mean? The story says they're getting on base for average. They're getting on base for some doubles, but they're not scoring fucking runs when they're hitting that shit. So let's put that into perspective versus Alek Manoah, who owns them. Don't hate anybody looking at the K-prop at 6+ at -106, 5.5 on Prize Picks. His fantasy scores at 34.5. This guy shows every time that he is going to go 6 innings over the last 7 out of 8 games. I'm not afraid of these Boston numbers. He's shown me he can handle this team numerous of times in the past, and I expect him to do it again today. No run first inning is at a -115, and both bullpens, different story, guys. Red Sox have been pretty fucking good except for the first month of the year. Over the last 30 days, they are 4th with a 3.04 ERA, and the Jays are 26 with a 5.08 ERA. Pretty much, guys, you give the Jays a lead, and they're just fucking puking it up. They're regurgitating it like a wino under a bridge, trying to pay his bills. You know what happens on the story of that on this show, guys. Do not be the guy sucking dick for milk money and being lactose intolerant. Okay? Just don't do it for free. That's all I'm getting at, bro. At the end of the fucking day, don't do it for free. And the Blue Jays are just giving up any fucking lead they can get. So, yeah, take that into effect. The one guy that we're going to talk about is not one. There's like 4 or 5 fucking Blue Jays who have great fucking numbers off of Nick Pivetta, guys. Nick Pivetta is going to be called back to the name that I normally call him up until this year. Pivetta, guys, because I would pivot the fuck away from him and run for the hills. But he's been solid this year, and I had to change his name back to his real name. But this game, we're going to pivot like his name says, and we're going to take some bats. Give us Bo Bichette, guys, please and thank you. His hits, runs, RBIs is at a juicy -154 at 2+. I'm going to strap that up to some parlays. That's going to be a main parlay piece for me, but that ain't the parlay lock. We will get into the parlay lock. I just love it that much that it will be on a lot of my bigger plays. So shout out to my boy Trey Day. I see you popping up right there. Billy in the back with the smoke shirt on. What you know about that? So, yeah, homie Trey with the smoke apparel. If you don't know, you should know. Support your fucking homies, guys. So let's get to it. Red Sox, like Bo Bichette, guys, 8 hits and 19 at-bats versus Pivetta. 4 singles, 2 doubles with 2 home runs. Only walking 1 time with 5 strikeouts. That tells me a beautiful story. I don't want a guy fucking taking walks. This guy's walked 1 time. I don't care about the 5 strikeouts. Cool that you're going to strike out when you're swinging for that violently that Bo Bichette has. So today is Bo Bichette, please and thank you. His 2+ bases is at +104, and his hits, runs, RBIs was at a 2+ at -154. This is the type of thing, guys, where you can take all the Blue Jays bats and put them at 2+ hits, runs, RBIs that you like, and put them on the same type of ticket, put a little $10 on it, and see what the fuck it turns into, because I expect these guys to run a fucking train on him today. So, the other guy I did bet, single bet, I took Biggio, guys. At the end of the day, it's only 12 at-bats, but he has 5 hits and no walks. Once again, the guy ain't fucking walking. He ain't there to walk in those 12 at-bats. And this guy, once again, Pivetta, has almost as many walks as he does fucking giving up hits. This is what I like to see with these two guys. They're not looking to fucking walk. And Pivetta likes to walk a lot of fucking people. So let's get into it. Biggio, guys, 12 at-bats, has 5 hits, no walks versus him. 2 singles, a double, and 2 home runs. And 1 hit is at a -106 over a bag. Just, all right, fuck it. Thank you. I know you were bad at the end of the lineup. You'll have less at-bats. I get that. But you're going to see Pivetta at least 2 to 3 times, and you're going to get us a knock. You're hitting damn near 480-something off the guy, so just give me a knock. And by the way, he is hitting them. Probably might worth looking at that double or sprinkling a home run, because Biggio don't hit home runs, guys. So you're going to get some +700 type value on him today. Now we're going to get into the fucking parlay lock of the day and the first 30K of the day. Yeah, so I thought I just wanted to give him out as a lock, but at the end of the day, I'm going to play him at 5.5 too. So why not Why am I going to be a bitch? Because I'm salty over yesterday, guys? Being a bitch don't get you nowhere in life. You know? No, it don't. So we ain't going to be no bitch. We going to pull our nuts out, and we going to get right back fucking to it, guys. So Sandy Alcantara versus Andre Palante. Marlins and Cardinals. Beautiful game, beautiful. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing, beautiful thing. Let's get to it. Sandy Alcantara 7-3 with a 1.95 ERA in 15 games. Fucking Iron Man himself, guys. I said it last week, and I will have to say it now every time I talk about Alcantara. Noli knows was right in this spot. I was wrong. There you go. And I will have to say it every fucking time. Thank God he didn't go 8+ innings last week, because I would have had to ship fucking Noli a fucking Alcantara jersey. Because I said, bro, he goes 8 innings again versus this team. Fuck that, bro. I'll buy you a jersey, bro. I'm done with this. And he didn't. Thank you, baby Jesus. But that was a back-to-back versus the Mets when guys historically throughout his career on back-to-backs, the guy gets better. But I was like, no way can you get better than the game you had before, bro. No fucking way. So, yeah, Iron Man himself, guys. 7+ innings in 9 straight fucking games. That's why I'm calling this guy Iron Man. Straight up, this guy has been the second best pitcher in all the National League to Tony Gonsolin. You know, but if you're going to be realistic, though, I'm going to want the guy going 7 to 9 innings over what Tony Gonsolin has done. So Sandy Alcantara really does deserve to start the All-Star game, even though Gonsolin has been elite this year. What Alcantara is doing hasn't been done in baseball, guys, in a long fucking time. Pitchers are pussies, guys. They're not pitching 7 to 9 innings. These guys have been babied to only pitch a certain amount of pitches, guys. This guy is a fucking iron horse. We're going to ride this iron horse, guys. Let's get into him. He did play them this year already. 420. 420. If that ain't a motherfucking sign, then I don't know what a sign is, guys. And in baseball, you better be fucking superstitious, because those baseball players are superstitious. And you should check out some of their superstitions during a fucking hitting slump or a slump buster and all types of shit, guys. Because BBWs ain't the only slump buster out there, as my man Zoe would say, because that was his slump buster back in the days. Shout out to Zoe. I know you listening at work right now. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alcantara, guys, he does have a home ERA of 1.8 and a road of 2.1. Like elite both ways. Elite, as Matt Hardy would say. If you know about AEW and WWE, then you catch my drift. If not, then you think I'm a fucking weirdo, which that's okay too. At the end of the day, what's normal? Huh? How do I know I ain't fucking normal and you guys are not? All right, I'm just fucking around. That's me being smoked out. That may be too many Sherm sticks when I was younger. So, let's get into it, guys. He played him on 420, 8 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. 2 times last year, going 6 to 8 innings with 2 earned runs combined with 10 to 7 strikeouts in the game. So, how are these fucking Cardinals over the last 2 weeks? They're crushing the ball. 9th average, 8th OPS with an ISO of 188. I get it. Those are enough numbers to be scared of. Okay. But what they're not doing is walking. They're 21st in the league at a 7.3%. And they're striking out at a 27.1%. That is second in the league. 24 is bad. 27 is holy fuck, bro. What are you guys doing? We cashed with fucking Lopez the other day. He got hit. I expect Alcantara not to get hit, guys. Alcantara's been on. Lopez has been, shaky in the 1st and in the 6th. Lopez has had problems 3rd time through the lineup and in the 1st inning. Alcantara has a problem, too. It's called fucking getting wins because his bullpen's fucking sucking dick under a bridge and for milk money, and they're lactose intolerant. So this guy is trying to go out there 7 to 9 innings. He has the type of pitches that can strike people out at any given moment. And 98 with 18 inches of fucking movement is nasty, guys. And give me Alcantara, who has over 6 strikeouts every time he's played these Cardinals, who are walking bottom 10 and striking out top 5 over the last 2 weeks. And this ain't no everyday righty. This is one of the best righties in all of baseball right now. So give me Alcantara, please and thank you. And the alternate parlay lock of the day. The 30K was the 5.5. That's at even money. I bet it at minus 110. It all depends on what book you have. No, I did bet him at minus 102. The next one I bet at minus 110. So the alt parlay lock of the day, which is 5-0 when I drop a motherfucker's K-prop down one, and I tell you to hook it to whatever, and I've already got it hooked to a boatload of motherfucking shit. We're going back to Alcantara. We're dropping him down to 5 now at minus 228. 5 is the golden number with this guy, guys. Realistically, 5 is the number you fucking want. This guy hits it every fucking time. So, first game of the year, he didn't have 5. Whip-de-doo. Last game of the year, he didn't have 5. A back-to-back versus a team he just struck out a boatload of times. Like I told you with Gallen last night, Gallen wasn't going to get his K-prop. And it wasn't that he's not elite and he's not a beast. You strike out a team that many times the week before you see them, they're not going to let you get to those pitches to strike them out, bro. It's baseball. Like, at the end of the day, that's baseball. So I'm not going to fault him for last week on a back-to-back where he destroyed them with strikeouts the game before and the very first game of the year. So all other 12 games, he has 5 strikeouts or more. That's why we're going to drop him down to 5 at a minus 228. And we're going to strap it to whatever the fuck you like today. You like any props I talk about? You like any props you like? Hook it up to it because he going to do his job. You just got to do yours. So let's get to it. Next guy on this is Plante. Has thrown out of the bullpen until June, and they have started to let himself stretch out into a starter coming off of he finally went 6 innings, and he got a quality start. He is a 3-pitch pitcher. Well, he has 4, but he only really uses 3 realistically. And he sets everything up with a fastball in the low to mid-90s, and he likes to pitch up in the zone. Pitching up in the zone, guys, with your fastball does one thing. You're playing that for your breaking balls because your release point is the same fucking release point, and it's going to start high but end low, and you want them to think fastball high, fastball high, fastball high, and set them up. The dude does have a good slider and a good – I'm stoned. My bad. So he does have a legit slider, but he's not projected to be anything more than a back end of the rotation, guys. So at the end of the day, I want to run a guy's K-prop in this situation, but I don't run people's K-props just to run it. You've got to be a type of guy that at any given moment for me can just go out and get me 3 strikeouts in an inning. And those are what aces do. Palante is a back end of the rotation guy. His number's at 3.5, 4 or 3.5 on Prize Picks, and that's plus 102 to get 4. And his fantasy score, they're not offering us on Prize Picks. Miami's not walking. They're 26 in the league at 6.1%. They're striking out 25%, 6th in the league. And this is what scares me with this. They are top middle of the pack average OPS with an ISO 147. The Marlins are the biggest fucking conundrum in baseball. They can either smoke you or just not hit. And they don't know which days are they going to do it. They show up and they either fucking put up 5+ or they put up fucking nothing. So their numbers are just fucking off-telling to me. At times, at certain times, they're top 10, and then they're starting to fall back to where they probably should be, which is middle of the league. And I expect Plante to go out there and have a quality start again today. So the only issue is bullpens. Once again, no run first inning is minus 120, and then we talk about the Marlins pin. They're 28th with a almost 6 ERA over the last 30 days. That's just goddamn horrendous, bro. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do with that? Ugh, that's why Alcantara is going 7+ innings again today, guys, because they know they can't go to that bullpen. Cards pin is 17th with a 3.57. And then we're going to talk about one guy, and I'm not taking this stolen base prop today, but I think it's a really good look if you want to play it. I'm waiting for tomorrow to play this guy. If he goes another day without a hit, that's where I really want it. But if he gets a hit today, he's stealing a fucking base. So it's plus 250 for John Birdie. John Birdie now is leading off for these Marlins. This guy's been fucking hot as fish grease. We go back to May fucking 1st. This guy hasn't gone 2 games without a hit. He's coming off of an 11-game hit streak snap last night. He has 18 stolen bases in the month of June, with only being caught stolen once. He's 1 for 1 off of Molina already. God damn, guys. If he gets on base today, he's getting the stolen base. His stolen base is at plus 250. I'm going to wait for the next day because he's shown me he don't go 2 days without a hit. So you still have to go back quite far to see him with 2 days. So I do expect him to get on base today, and that's why I'm going to bring it up. But this is a type of spot where if you bet it today and miss it, run it back tomorrow. He's getting on base and stealing it. So John Birdie's stolen base is a look today. Shout out to the fucking chat, guys. 55 live, 33 likes. Smash it if you fucking haven't. And let's talk about the last 30K of the day. White Sox and Angels. Michael Kopech, Shohei Ohtani. The game. This is the game tonight, boys. This is a tale of two stories. We got two solid pitchers and two bats that are starting to wake up. So let's get into it. Kopech's 2-4 with a 2.59 ERA in 12 games. He does have a home 2.08 and a road of 3.21. 3.21 is still elite shit, guys, so don't put too much into that. He does have a home strikeout per 9 of only 7.41, where a 9.3 on the road. So he does strike people out more out on the road at the end of the day, and we're getting Michael Kopech on the road here. He's been elite all year other than one game versus the Jays. Yes, I know Houston got to him 2 games ago. He was coming off of where he should have went to the IL and never went. And his velocity was down that game. He was throwing 92 to 94 in Houston. And I told you guys I cannot bet him last week. I went back today and rewatched the shit. His very first pitch of the game was 94. And then he was at a consistent 97 to 99. So Kopech is back. He did have his knee drained before that Houston game. And his plant leg, he was obviously not confident. So let's get into some Kopech. There is one thing that does worry me. He has 34 hits on the year while also giving up 29 walks. It seemed like he got the walks in control in the month of June until last game versus Baltimore where he had 4. Well, I rewatched that shit, bro, on a recap. The benches cleared twice that game. They were throwing at batters and shit in that game. Man, I'm not going to put too much fault into that, even though I know at times he can be inconsistent. If the Angels were walking at a crazy clip, then I'd probably pay a little more attention to it. But over the last 15 days, they are walking middle of the pack, 8.1%. They're striking out second in the league at almost a 27% clip and a 231 average, which is 19th, and a 697 OPS, which is 15th, and a good ISO of 173. So when they are scoring runs, they're hitting home runs. At the end of the day, and then if we're going to get into props, let's take a fucking home run prop versus Kopech if you want somebody, guys. And I don't have no hitting props on this game, but if you are, Kopech is giving up more home runs to left-handed batters than he has right, only 3-1. So, he's giving up more to, 3 to have. Oh, my bad. I don't want to give you guys bad information. So, my handwriting was sloppy there. So, 3 of the 4 home runs have been from the right-hand side off of Kopech. So, Mike fucking Trout, anybody that you like on the right-handed side, I think that's the way it's going to get done today, guys. So, I'm not on a hitting prop, but that's the way to attack Kopech personally. Where Ohtani has given up 8 home runs, 4 to both sides. So they, at the end of the day, they both have elite ERAs. And I expect them both to be elite today. And I am on motherfucking Kopech, 6+, -110, 5.5 price picks, 28.5 fantasy score. Like I said, Kopech's velocity is back. I needed his velocity to be back to bet him. And this team strikes out in the zone, and Kopech likes to strike you out in the zone. So give me some Michael Kopech, over 5.5. I expect this guy to be out there 6+ innings tonight, 7+ strikeouts. Please and thank you, Michael fucking Kopech. On the other side, we got Shohei Ohtani. 6-4 with a 2.90 ERA in 12 games, 90 strikeouts in 68 innings. He has a home 2.45 and a road of a 3.41. His K per 9 at home is 11.68 per 9, and on the road it jumps up to a 12.4. He's gotten better literally month by month by month. April, he had a 4.19. May, 2.88 to a 1.88 ERA in the month of June. The guy has just gotten fucking better. Damn. He played them last year, very first game. Ohtani played the White Sox last year, the very, very first game of the year. He went 4.2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 5 walks with 7 strikeouts. Golly, guys. Well, guess what? He's now facing a team that's not walking, 24th in the league at 6.4%, striking out 23rd in the league at 20.5%, 290 average, 280 OPS, and an isolated power of 143. They're first in the league in average, 4th in the league in OPS. This team is destroying the ball. His K prop is at 7+ at -106, 6.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy score is at 38.5. No run first inning is at a -120 in this game. So haven't figured out if I want to pull the trigger yet. A lot of these numbers are saying no, but once again, numbers aren't always everything, guys. So numbers are like lawyers. They don't necessarily tell the truth, but they don't necessarily lie to you. It's for us to figure out what that is. So my stomach's saying yes, the number's saying no. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. Maybe it's because I'm being a fucking vagine. But, that's what happens when you get kicked square in the nuts like I did yesterday. So, yeah, White Sox pin and the Angels pin, both nothing home to write home about. White Sox is better with the 3.86 compared to a 4.54 of the Angels. I expect both these pitchers to be in there 6 to 8 innings, guys, and both of these closers are gone. Iglesias did get suspended, and Hendricks is on the fucking IL. So, you just don't know what you're going to get once these pitchers are going to get pulled out the fucking game. But I do know, or at least what I think, is for the first 6 to 7 innings, it's going to be a fucking pitcher's duel. Will there be a couple home runs? Probably. That's baseball at the end of the day. But I expect a really good pitcher's duel here today. So shout out to the fucking chat. Smash the fucking like if you guys already have it. And let's talk about the K props again. I'm on Michael Kopech over 5.5. And I'm on El Contra over 5.5. Those are my 2K props. The alternate lock prop of the day, guys, we're going to drop El Contra down to 5 at -228 and just hook him up to whatever the fuck you like, guys. He's got 5 in every start of the year except for the very first start of the year and the very last start of the year where it was a back-to-back where he struck out that team. I think it was 8 to 10 times the game before. And like I've said numerous of times, it's hard to strike out a team on back-to-back after you put them away that many times the game before. So that to me is a and we're going to smack them today, guys. I need to get back in line. We're going to get some money put back in the motherfucking pockets today. And if you haven't already, go on over to Prize Picks. Why? Because if you use promo code PubSports, you'll get a $100 match deposit on your first deposit. So do us a favor. Do you a favor and use that fucking promo code, guys. Until fucking next time, let's keep this shit dirty, but still shallow. Please, please.